Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hobbits. Today, drinking some more West Coast IPA that I got recently straight from the States. As you might have seen, I got a can of Inset Fu, which just blew my mind. That was amazing. I'm a huge advocate of these modern West Coast hoppy beers. I love them. And I've been brewing them a lot myself as well at Bad Seed. And I think we've really gotten to dial in some really good stuff at the moment. I think the European market is still just wanting haze though, which is sad. But there's other beer than haze. Haze is also nice, but there's other beer than haze. And this just really speaks to me because of where I came from. Like my original love of IPA came from the West Coast. Like I remember trying the first American, hoppy beers, actually from the East Coast. My first hoppy American beer was Doggy Style Pale Ale from Flying Dog. But there's they're really nice, they're bitter and whatnot. Then I just remember trying Alpine and things like that, just being totally blown away and going to the States for the first time, beer related, or actually for school, but taking a beer trip in 2012 to California was just amazing, and experiencing the Cali beer scene at the time in 2012, which was awesome. So got to drink a lot of West Coast beers. I have a huge love for West Coast IPAs, and I love this modern interpretation, which is awesome. And this is going to be the first beer I try from Shred Beer Co. So I've really been wanting to try beer from Shred for a long time because Zach and Amy, who are the people who run this brewery, are quite well known in the beer scene. You might have seen my reviews of Slice beers, and those were some of the better, if not best, West Coast IPAs, I think. The modern ones. And Zach was the head brewer there. He left to found Shred Beer Co. with his wife Amy, which is really cool. And now we finally get to try some. So I'm really stoked. These are really fresh. This is not even 3 weeks old yet. I love it at the time of consuming. So this is called Cryo Counterparts, West Coast IPA on 6.7% alcohol, containing Mosaic Cryo, Simcoe, and Simcoe Cryo. And the label kind of reminds me of, there's this old video game, I can't remember what it was called when I was a kid, where you had to a ball would drop. And you had to build a course for it to roll on. And you would build all these pipes and stuff. And you could also put fish bowls and all kinds of weird things on there. And also, I can't remember what the name was of that game, but it reminds me a bit of that. Or was it there's also a Mario game where it's with pipes and plumbing. I can't remember. It just, for some reason, reminds me of that. But yeah, so Cryo Counterparts saying that it's the cryo version of one hop and the non-cryo version. But these guys are based in Rocklin, California, and this will be the first beer I try for them. So let's check it out. Pours that classic modern West Coast color. Look at that. Pin frickin' bright. This is brighter than German lagers. This is so pale. It almost looks like an American pale lager. Look at that. That is beautiful, and you can clearly see me through it. Very, very clear beer. It has that slight green hue, which you get with these, and a white head. Let's check out the aroma on Cryo Counterparts. Oh, that smells really nice. Definitely modern. I'm getting loads of candied lemons. Lemon drop candies. It's so lemony, but also definitely I'm getting a little bit of a dank Mosaic vibe underneath. Maybe not so much blueberry, but there's some cushy fruitiness to it a little bit. Oh, God, it's interesting with the gummy candy vibe sometimes I get on these. There's a little bit of that. But really, really, really citrus oriented, this one, I think. And especially bright, also lime, really tart, sour citrus fruits. And there's also tropical edges to it. There's definitely a little bit of a pineapple, maybe even cooked pineapple. Because there's a little bit of a underlying sweet hop flavor. A lot of these beers, they smell a lot of people I've seen drink them. It's it's a little too sweet for West Coast, but it's all about the process. The cold whirlpools, the heavy dry hops with modern hops, the light grists. You get a lot of hop flavor, and it will seem sweeter because the aromas you associate are sweet, because usually these are quite dry beers with a good bitterness. There's a little bit of a resiny edge on the back too, which could be from, Mosaic and Simcoe gives off quite classic resiny flavors. It smells like a little bit of definitely very new school, but I'm getting a little bit of an old school vibe to it as well. Maybe even a little bit of grapefruit. It smells really freaking good. Let's try it. Cheers. And thanks a ton to Joaquin and Joe for helping me get this. You can drink that all day. Ooh, good bitterness. I was about to say, it's not too bitter, but the bitterness is coming there on the end. They definitely, like, a big part of it is, like, they don't seem as abrasively bitter as the old school West Coast IPAs. And I think it's all down to process. Maybe also a little bit of water treatment for some, but I think it's all down to process. Like, these kind of beers are not loaded to the brim in the kettle with hops. This is all about the aromatics of dry hopping, cold whirlpools, late hop additions in general. And I find that when you don't really add any hops in the kettle, except like a really big charge in a cold whirlpool, you don't really get that classic resiny, sticky flavor. It's more like the fresh vibrancy and fruitiness of hops. And it's all this like really blank canvas where it really gets to shine. Like, this is like the malt is not standing a chance here of being anything but like slightly crackery and almost like in like some Helles lagers or something like that. It's just like second fiddle. It's all about hops, which is awesome. No yeast, no sweetness. It's just dry hoppy beer. I love it. I think there's definitely some grapefruity zesty vibes to this as well. And pithiness too. Like pineapple kush or something like that. Yeah, this is definitely really modern West Coast, but with the tiniest edge of classic hop flavor. This is really, really nice. There's even a little bit of like a piney, slight old school edge to it, but otherwise like really modern, flavorsome. Even a little bit of that gummy candy thing, which you sometimes get with these as well. I think like this fruity, gummy flavor, like citrus gummies or something like this one. But really damn nice. I'm loving this modern West Coast style. It's just really, really good. So yeah, 92, 93, I think. Really, really nice. I'm really stoked to see what else we got from Shred and try that and see how it is, because this is very nice. And, you know, more of this. European brewers, we need more of this, because there's a nice break from haze. Lovely, lovely stuff. So if you guys had a chance to try, also big thanks to Joe and Joaquin for helping me get this. So thanks a ton, guys. But yeah, if you guys had Cryo Counterparts from Shred, let me know what you thought of it. Really damn fine West Coast, modern West Coast IPA, or new school West Coast, or whatever people call it. Just damn fine stuff. And as always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I want to say cheers and some delicious beer. And stay tuned for 2 more Shred beers. We got Overdose and Relooped. And then we also got some Ghost Town, and we got one hazy as well from North Park. So stay tuned for some more West Coast hoppy beers. And cheers, and see you guys in another beer review.